So anyone who was in my team last time, do you guys think that I'm a piece of shit? No, I'm not trying to say dementia isn't real. No, I'm saying that it's overblown. I'm saying that people, it's
Nigga, what?
okay. People are trying to say that like she can't make any decisions for herself just because she has dementia, like that she can't even choose to have a door open in her own house or not. And then blaming me because the dog died, even though they could have driven it to the vet.
My nigga,
Right? Like they could. Oh, that guy's on the other team. He can't even hear me. Oh, I'm not typing. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, I have to go through the whole thing again. Okay, so for context,
brother, we don't want to hear
not the last game I was in, but the game before, I got kicked for telling a story about something that happened to me today, technically yesterday. And they said I was a piece of shit.
Mission begins.
And they kicked me for it, and all I did is essentially open a door. And that somehow I'm like a horrible person for opening a door.
Let them cook.
And their excuse is that, oh, my grandmother has dementia, so therefore I can't open a door. Because what happened is I opened it because I am from the north. I was in the south. I had to move to the south temporarily to take care of my grandmother.
30 seconds.
Because nobody else wanted to do it. They all pinned it on me because they said, you don't do anything for the family. You can do this one thing or whatever. Like, I don't know. They just try to fucking, because they don't want to deal with her. So they force me to. Okay? Whatever. Like, I don't have to pay rent. You know? I do. So I'll just do it. I mean, free rent for however long. Sure. And so I go down there to take care of her. And the house is hot as shit. Because I am from the north. I am not used to 90-degree weather. And so I ask her, and she refuses to turn they won't let her turn the AC on. Because she's got dementia. She doesn't know if she wants the AC on or not, or something. I don't know. And so I asked her, can I open the windows and like the doors so we can have a breeze or something? And she says yes. So I opened the doors and the windows. Not all of them. The front door is open. The back door is open, but with the little screen door, and then the windows are open. And she's got this dog, and the dog gets out of the house, and it gets hit by a car because apparently it's a fucking retard, and it first of all doesn't know its way back to the house despite being there for the past. I mean, it's an old dog, so it's lived in the same house its entire life. It doesn't know its way back home somehow, and then it runs in front of a car. And they try to say it's my fault, but I didn't let the dog out. It walked out on its own, and they sat in the living room crying over the dog instead of taking it to a vet. That's what killed it, isn't me opening a door. It's them not taking it to the vet. They sat there for 15 minutes crying that the dog got hit instead of taking it to the vet, and that's why if they would have taken it to the vet, probably would have survived. And so that's what they called me a piece of shit for, I think. At least the people in the game. My family calls me a piece of shit for interacting with my grandmother in any way. Like, I borrowed money from her to start my career because I come from because she's wealthy as hell. I don't know. I think she had oil on her land or something like that because she has a lot of money. And I grew up in poverty, and so I wanted help starting my career, and so I borrowed $1,500 from her with her, but she gave it to me. I asked her for the money, she gives it to me. I didn't take it, she gave it, and then I'm suddenly, she's got dementia, so you're stealing because she can't make her own decisions. Which even if I was, I'm not stealing, but even if I was, she has so much money that $1,500 is like 20 bucks to her. Like, she's got so much money. Like, I don't even know how, to be honest. It's somewhat concerning. But she's old, so it's probably just like she had like gold or something. Whatever old people invested in 100 years ago or whatever. However long ago. But the point is that all of that was just over me The whole story started with me telling them about a dinner where people treated me like shit and forced me to eat steak and were laughing at me and stuff. And trying to, oh, you have to pay for the meal. You have to help pay for the meal that I didn't want, I was forced to go on because it's my grandmother's birthday and she has dementia. And so therefore you have to go. You have to drive, because I don't take care of her anymore because I stole money or whatever, so they don't trust me or whatever the fuck. Even though, once again, I asked her and she fucking gave it to me. But, okay, I'm getting off topic. The point is, I don't live with her anymore. And I have been telling them for a long time that we should put them put her in a home. And they always called me a piece of shit, but now they're saying it just because she's got dementia. You know, it's fucking... No, this isn't beef. This isn't, at least not in-game beef. This is like my family. I'm telling a story about something that happened to me earlier today, and it requires a bit of context with the lore of the family, I guess.
Built in a century.
And some people in the game, the whole reason to start it is because I was asking these people if they think that I'm a piece of shit or not, because I got kicked from a game before for telling the story, and they were like, you're a piece of shit. I'm gonna kick you from the game now. Because a dog died.
Moving out. Go on, get.
Like it was like a dog died and they didn't take it to the vet and they blame me for it because I let the dog out of the house and I got hit by a car. But instead it's not their fault though, even though they sat in the living room crying for 15 minutes instead of taking it to the vet. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like who gives a fuck about the dog anyways, dude? It was like 80 years old and or however old dogs are, you know what I mean? Like it was like an old dog. Who cares? It didn't do anything anyways. Like it just sat around doing nothing. So oh no, the dog died. It's just, the whole thing is fucking ridiculous. And it's the insane thing is that I made a comment saying that I think that dementia is overplayed. I think that a lot of it is them trying to get people on pills and get them into homes to make more money because capitalism or whatever. And someone on the other team tried to say that I think dementia is fake. I don't think dementia is fake. I think that it is overplayed. I think that because it's insane to try to imply that a fully grown woman cannot make her own decisions because she has dementia, and therefore she can't even choose to have the fucking air conditioning on in her own house. Like, what is she going to freeze herself to death because she has dementia? Like, fucking, it's ridiculous. It's insane. It is just fucking ludicrous. Or she can't choose to have the doors open in her own house because dementia. Like, it's shit like that. Like, that's what I meant. And then it's this Morgan guy who tried to say that I said dementia is... I'm actually gonna... Hold on.
Mission begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But, yeah, it's... The whole situation is just... bullshit, if you're asking me.
Well, what's bullshit?
I don't think I've done anything wrong. I don't think I did
What did you
anything
do
wrong in
wrong?
this situation. Well, okay,
What
oh
have
my
you done
god, okay,
wrong?
so... The TLDR of it is I do... Okay, what I do for work doesn't matter. I use cameras. That's what I use cameras for work. It doesn't matter. It's a stressful job, right? But the point is what happened today. I went to a dinner. I did not want to go because it's my grandmother's birthday, and so I went to the dinner.
Let her talk,
and
man. Let
at
her
the
talk.
dinner, they forced me to eat steak, even though I don't like steak. And then they try to make me pay for the dinner. Okay, and so I was upset about that, and they say they call me a piece of shit, saying that I'm a piece of shit for you've got so much horrible stuff to my grandmother, and the least you could do is at least go to her birthday dinner or whatever. And this grandmother has been a pain in my ass. Basically, my entire life, especially my adult life, especially my recent life. So I am not a fan of her, and I have been wanting to put her in a home because I don't want to deal with her anymore. Because I was the only one, they would make me take care of her. And all that, you don't contribute anything to the family. It's like last time I checked, there's no obligation to be giving you guys anything. Because I don't owe you shit! But, okay, whatever.
Right, so who is this person that has dementia?
My grandmother. My grandmother has dementia. And what happened, the thing that got me kicked, and the thing that people keep calling me a piece of shit for, this is like my third time repeating it this game. Essentially, I am from the north. I lived in the north, okay? My grandmother lives in the south. My family lives in the south. My parents moved when I was young, and so we don't live near them anymore. And so I grew up in a very cold, or not very cold, but colder weather. I'm not used to 90-degree weather or 80-degree weather. And so it was 80 to like 90 something degrees, and they would not let my grandmother turn the AC on, or they didn't turn it on because she's got dementia. Oh no! You know, and so it's like, which I think that's just them not wanting it on. I don't think that her having dementia means she can't have the fucking air conditioning on. It doesn't make any sense.
Shut up!
And so, since they wouldn't let me turn the AC on, I asked my grandmother, can I open the doors? Can I open the windows to let a draft in so that it can cool the fuck down? Because I am burning up. Because I'm not used to this temperature. And so, she said yes. And I opened the door and the windows. The front door was open, the back door was open, but the screen door was closed. And the windows were open, and she has this dog, and apparently the dog is a retard, and the dog doesn't know its way back home, and it doesn't know to not stand in front of cars. And so the dog, I didn't let the dog out, right? I didn't let the dog out, but the dog walked out on its own and got hit by a car. And so then everyone starts crying and losing their shit. For 15
Could you wrap
minutes.
the story up? Could you speed up the story already? Come on.
Can we get to the,
So
can
they
we get to
start
the point,
crying for
please?
15 minutes instead of taking it to the fucking vet. They could have taken it to the vet to get fixed,
And
but
what
they
else?
didn't.
What
Instead
else?
they cry for 15 minutes in the thing. And then they say that it's my fault.
Yeah?
That I'm a piece of shit because I opened a door because the dog is
That's really
so
interesting.
fucking stupid that he can't just not walk in front of a car. And I should have listened to my grandma because she has dementia. Oh, she can't choose to have a door open in her own house. You know, like so that's essentially what they're calling me a piece of shit over, is me leaving a door open in the house because a woman with dementia cannot choose to have a door open according to everyone in the world. Which I just think it's insane. Like, she can choose to have a fucking door open.
Is that it? Are you done now?
And we have
Is there
dipshit
anything
with
else
this
you wanna talk
random
about?
guy. But you could just mute.
No, I'm
Mute is a
happy
mute
you
button.
got that off
discovered
your
that
chest.
yet?
I just really wanted to be your therapist.
No, let them cook.
I
I
don't
thought
need
it was a
therapy.
fascinating story.
Don't even get me started on therapy. Okay, don't even mention that.
Why does any of this matter?
Because I was asking if I'm a piece of shit because I got kicked from a game. The last match I was in, they vote kicked me because they said I was a piece of shit for killing the
to
dog.
ask for someone's opinion on Team Fortress 2.
Because it was a Team Fortress 2 incident. I'm asking if the vote kick is, if people think the vote kick is reasonable.
No, my point is, why even bring this up in this game? Like, I don't think people really have an
Because
opinion on something like this.
the full lore is that somebody said the word "well done," and I had to go to a dinner, and I don't like raw steak. I don't like raw meat at all, and so I said, I wanted a well-done steak and I got harassed for it, and my family was like, you want raw steak? You need to get it medium rare, or whatever the fuck. And I was forced to pay for it, which I didn't pay for it. I walked out of there, and I don't give a fuck who pays for it. I'm not paying for the steak I didn't want that I was forced to come and eat. So that's why I got, because someone mentioned the word well done, and I was like, please don't talk about please don't say well done, you know? And they were like, oh, why? And so I told them why. And then I got kicked for being a piece of shit for leaving a door open. With permission. Because apparently you need permission to have a door open.
Were you saying that your job is filming dead people?
No, I don't film dead people. I film, okay, I film doctors doing interviews with doctors, and they talk about dead people. I don't film dead people. I don't know if I said this in the server. I was a little bit, I was exaggerating a little bit. I said that I was in Ukraine. I was in Germany. I was not in Ukraine. I was in Germany, and I was interviewing doctors and medics who were in Ukraine. And they wouldn't let me actually go to Ukraine. They didn't. I don't want to get into that. But I was interviewing doctors who were. It's a thing. It's a story about Ukraine or whatever. All right. And so I was interviewing, or I wasn't the one interviewing. I was just the one filming. I was just the person with the camera recording the interview. But it just. The things that they said, you know, just kind of the things that they told me about, like people's legs being blown off by whatever, like a drone or whatever the fuck. Like, it's that. I didn't want to. It just reminded me of it because, you know, I guess I'm a sensitive person. Call me a sissy or whatever.
Well, at least the game's over, so we don't have to hear the story anymore.
It really baffles my mind how you are so brown that you can't, like, just learn how to use a mute button. It's just one click.
Oh, you're the one talking about a mute button?
Oh yeah,
You've been listening to your story for goddamn 10 minutes.
But you listened to the story for 10 minutes that you don't like to hear. You didn't want to hear it, you
not?
listened to it anyways because you're retarded.
I'm playing Team Fortress 2.
You are a